Hey there, so if you're watching this, hopefully you've already watched part one of my awesome Arrow video collection. If you haven't seen part one and you're just checking out part two, there's some really cool stuff in part one. You'll get to see my Arrow steelbooks, the Arrow DVDs, and see what made Arrow DVDs when Arrow was doing like a lot of the early stuff so special, including posters, and a lot of my other Arrow releases that I have out there. So as you can see, as you can't see yet, but you can, we'll see. I've already put some of the arrows back on the shelf. I'm kind of mixing them up a bit, like putting the box sets down a little bit lower. As you can see, I moved my Scream Factory box sets along with the Scream Factory stuff. Anyway, I'll be right back, and we're going to look right at the rest of my Arrow stuff. So I got some more Blu-rays to show you guys. I got a bunch of slipcover editions to show you. Some Arrow box sets, some limited edition stuff, so lots of goodies. I'll be right back. Hey there, so I had to wait a while for the other video to upload. I wanted to make sure I got all that processed to make sure that all those goodies were up there. So let's get on to the second part. We'll go through the rest of my Blu-rays. We'll get on to some DVD box sets from Arrow and some slipcase ones, some limited editions. There's a lot of stuff to look through. Next up is The Girl Who Knew Too Much, of course, the what some people call the original Giallo that Bava put out. And really cool edition, also known as the Killer Eye, right? Or Evil Eye, Evil Eye. So both editions are actually on here. I think that over in we put them out in separate editions over in North America. I'm in North America. Over on Kino, was it Kino? Kino or someplace like that. Put them out, and but they put them out without like the features. They put them out like separately. So there's some really cool stuff on this. I really want $5 on for an Alex Moon. Uh, that one has like a Bava kind of like documentary. I'm a huge Bava fan, as you're about to find out. Really, I was really excited to get this here. I'm lucky to have people like James and Gary and Des that have actually reached out to me and got me some amazing stuff. And at times when I really wouldn't have been able to get it. And I am very grateful for those guys for all that they did for me with that. So I just want to put that out there right now. Now, back to what you guys want to see: the arrows. Next up is Black Sunday. Again, another amazing edition. They actually put this one on the movie, yeah, Vampiri. That's Ricardo Fredi, who actually is kind of like a big deal in like directing. I gotta like move my feet down, or I'm gonna be like, my feet are gonna be falling asleep, you guys. So this is like a 3-disc edition. We got the Black Sunday, features and extras, and then like the feature and the extras on Blu-ray there, and we have like we have 2 DVDs. Amazing stuff, and I'll just like let you see the they just got some killer stuff on here. Just beautiful stuff. Next one kind of creeps me out to even look at it, and that is Black Sabbath. I really dig this movie. It's a fun film, and the really cool thing is that the film was like structured in two ways. There's like the Italian edition, and there's like the AIP, and it does change the feel of the film. There's like the stories are like put into a different order, and it's done differently the way that it ends. So it's really a good one. You really should check it out. The AIPs too, by the way, also have a different musical score done by Les Baxter. Both are very interesting. So you get the original Italian score, and if you like my dad, for instance, would have seen these in the theater, and man, I wish I had that experience. But he saw them in theater, and Winnie Woody, so the AIP editions with the Les Baxter score. So that would have been like something would have been familiar and would harken back to his childhood. And for many people who've seen them on TV, that'll harken back to their youth as well. So you get the original with all these Arrow ones. You're always getting the original uncut editions of it, of the Mary Bab films, but you're also getting along with that the AIP editions that many people know so well from watching them on TV and from their childhood. That is a great bonus and a great plus. And this one you even have an extra, like Black Sunday having an extra film on it with always usually have like great audio commentaries. Of course, by Tim Lucas, who's like the Bava expert. Whenever you think Bava, Tim Lucas comes right into mind. The guy that did Video Watchdog magazine. So here we go. Black Sunday. See that? Creepy. Like that creeps me out. Next up is was given me by a good friend, and it is Blood and Black Lace, a film by Mary Bava. Again, it is a 3-disc edition. There was also a steelbook put out. A lot of my good friends actually had to go out and get both of these. Like some people that I know from England, that it's easier for them because they're over there. Got like the both editions, and because I think the steelbook's only available on the site. Well, it's quicker to get. So sorry about that, guys. Blood and Black Lace is. I love this movie. It is a beautiful, gorgeous movie. The features on here are incredible as well. I could watch this over and over again. It's just such a fun film. Next up is another really fun film, A Bay of Blood. Yeah, man, that $5 on X Moon. I gotta get that next time I go through. That it goes through because that's like the one I don't have. Plus, I don't have some of the other like the earlier ones that came out, like the Leaf and Devil and Baron Blood. I gotta grab those next time around. I gotta make a list, like a mental list. This has some really cool stuff. This is a fun film. There's kind of a real cool dark humor that's played in this here. This is not so much as a whodunit as a whodunit this time. Of course, everybody knows that Friday the 13th Part 2, like, pretty much lifted a couple scenes. I was recently watching Decker Shadow, a guy whose videos I like a lot, and I was kind of surprised that he didn't like mention the Bay of Blood. I don't think he mentioned the Bay of Blood connection to Friday 13th Part 2. And I apologize for the yawning, I'm still tired here. Usually the other ones I was going to grab more up on the sale, but I will next time. I will. But, because I really did dig these. I'm going to butcher the name, just to let you know. So, I got The Beast. I love this film. It's just a fun film. It's kind of warped by Valeron Borowski. I'm going to go with that. But I really like his stuff. I only have 2 releases of him so far. But I will get the rest. They are really cool. I love the fact that they're numbered and everything too. So it's number 5. Also I have number 4, which is Moral Tales. And although some people consider this like a lesser one of his films, this is actually one of my favorites of his films. And it was the very first film that I picked out. I picked it, The Beast, because I knew I was going to get the film. I wanted it. Well, because my better half got me the Shameless release, the Beast in Space. So I know I wanted to have both of them. Although, not the same director or anything like that, but it's the same actress in both. Because the Beast stars, what's her name again? Sherpa Lane, right? Yeah, Sherpa Lane. And this is actually a really good film. Really, really good film. Next up is a classic giallo that I really recommend for everybody, and that is the utterly fantastic What Have You Done to Solange? Really, really good film. Arrow knocks it out of the park with the giallos. When they do their giallo stuff, they just second to none. One of the more recent ones I grabbed, well, it's not a recent Arrow, but one in the last... Hey there, so I am back again. There was a frame rate drop there for a second, so I apologize for that. Rather than like restart the whole video, I'm going to start from here and The other one that like kind of like a cool one I picked up was the car. There is also the other actually extremely cool artwork for the car right there. So my dad actually has it transferred over to look like that. I might do that as well actually after this video. Either way though, it's a very very cool film. I remember seeing when I was a kid, and it was one that like stood out. It was just like that creepy looking car thing. It's like so, anyway, I love the movie. Next up is The Incredible Melting Man. They put something on this that they didn't put in the other ones, and I hope that this, if they do more films like this, that they actually do it. They have this like a Super 8 digest version of the film that was transferred exclusively for this release, and I like that. I really like this kind of like shortened like version of the film, because back in the day, you didn't get like full editions. There was no VHS, there was no DVDs, there was no Blu-rays, there wasn't even any CDs. You went on Famous Monsters of Filmland, and you sent away for film reels of like very shortened, like edited together editions of the films. And there's one on here for Incredible Melting Man. It's really incredible to watch it. Pardon the pun. And just see exactly how what they did, and like how they put together these like short films for people that would only be able to like pretty much like read in magazines, or hope that for some they're like it will become to their theater again on like a revival or something like that, which didn't happen very often. And if you lived in a smaller area, this was your only way to see these films, because you weren't going to see the actual full editions of them. And you definitely, there was none of this back then. uh, Next up is one that I think there's 1,000 copies of this one here put out. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they put out 1,000 on this these here, and there's two that came out. I got this one. I don't have the other one, Hell's Gate. I really wish I did, but it's really impossible to find, and it's very expensive if you do find it. I did try to bid on it a couple times, and there goes that again. I hate that. But no, no luck. But I do have Hell Comes to Frogtown. It's such a fun film. I was really surprised. My better half found this one for me. She knows I'm a huge Roddy Piper fan, and I'm a huge fan of this film, Hell Comes to Frogtown. Apparently there was like a couple sequels after this. I did not know that. I found that out afterwards. I knew there was one, but there was like a couple of them. But again, limited edition. If you ever like see that somewhere, it is very, very rare and very hard to find. So grab it. It's one of those that you should grab. Next up is another one that's got it's still in print at this point, and there's only 3,000 of these that are in print. So I do recommend it. This one, a Massacre Gun. So if you're looking at these on the sale, and you're kind of wondering if you should, there are some pretty cool films. You can check out like trailers and stuff online. But this is Retaliation. This is a Yakuza film, and I gotta say, I love this stuff here. I had this, and good friend of mine got me another one that you're going to see in the box set selection. I was so excited when basically when James sent me the big box of stuff. You could see this was almost Aaron in tears that he was so happy at some of the stuff that came out of there. I just got to watch those Stray Cat movies. But I kind of gave that away, didn't I? Next up is one that is a kind of a rarer one. You don't find it much anymore, and I'm very, very proud to own this one. And it is the Russ Meyer collection. Russ Meyer is not for everybody, but I find Russ Meyer to be an extremely good director. He has a really good visual eye for the camera. Some of the stuff is actually better written than you would imagine, and not everything. And like people think like Russ Meyer, they see the big-breasted girls, and they think like a lot like really raunchy or type of stuff, and a lot of it really isn't. It's really tame. He actually put some social commentary into a lot of the stuff here. This one here has like a ton of movies on this, like 17, I think. No, 19. Yeah, 19 movies. So it has like 19 movies. Almost the entire Russ Meyer catalog's on here. Got The Moral Mr. Tease, Eve and the Handyman, The Wild Girls of the Naked West, Black Snake, Europe in the Raw, Lorna, Mudhoney, Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, Motorcycle, Good Morning and Goodbye, Mondo Topless, Sherry, Harry, Raquel, Kamala Cabin, Pandora Peaks, Finders Keepers, Lovers Weepers, Vixens, Super Vixens, Up, and Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. Vixen tends to be one of my favorites. I like Erica Gavin. She just has a presence about her that I find very interesting. And the film just something about it stuck with me. When I was in Morocco, I was excited and ecstatic to find that he had an arrow there. It was in the Casablanca Mall, and we went to their, I think it was an HMV or something like that. Anyway, and I was looking through, and there was like a lot of like French, of course, French films, and because that's a prevalent language over there. But I managed to find one that really excited me, and I had to pick it up. That was the Claude Chabrol collection. This is the Arrow, Arrow World. What's it called? Arrow Films, the world. Arrow Films World. So there's like 8 films on here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce them for you because I'm not great with that stuff. My better half center, she would do it, but here we go. So as far as I know, there's not like a lot of like features on here, but there are 8 films, and I'm pretty sure every film gets its own disc. So pretty amazing, actually. Uh, as you guys can see, I'm a huge fan of the Arrow releases. It's just so much great stuff that they put out, and such variety. I don't think I know any other company that puts out a variety the way they do, and pays so much attention to every type that they put out, not just like focus. Okay, this we're gonna give this movie here, like Incredible Melting Man, The Beast, Cloud Chabrol. They all looked into them and gave them like amazing additions. I remember when I said I had other versions of Lucio Fulci films. Well, that's because first, before I bought any of the Blu-ray ones, I grabbed this thing, the Gates of Hell trilogy by Fulci. So we got Sid, Living Dead, The Beyond, and House by the Cemetery. I had to. There's like 3 other commentaries on here. There's a Italian Master Splatter featurette, interviews with Katrina McCall and Cinzia Monreal, trailers, TV spots, the lead scenes, a collector's booklet that's exclusive to this here edition. So one of the main reasons for me grabbing this was that I was going to get this collector's booklet, and I'm not sure what the availability of the Gates of Hell set is now, but I did really dug it. And if you do have the chance, like if you got the Blu-rays, you want to just pick up like one, like a DVD set edition of it. It's pretty cool. So there's the. It's really well done. Slimline cases, just really gorgeous. 3 times the terror, 3 times the gore. And the last of the DVDs before I get back into some Blu-rays goodness is one called X Rental, and this is a really cool one, guys. This one has 6 movies on it. It's different genres, but the idea is to give you a feel of like going to a rental store and like picking up some cool cheese. So we got the classic Lustig Maniac Cop on here, Cheerleaders, Penitentiary, and McVeigh. So let's open up. That's only 4 movies. We're going to just open up and show you a little bit more. So Penitentiary, there's the case for it. On disc, but of course with a booklet. These are the booklets, by the way. Also includes, an audio commentary. Pretty good, huh? And Penitentiary 2. Yes, the Mr. T Penitentiary 2 is on here. Our missing but guys is Penitentiary 3, which I hope they put out later on. I love seeing new Blu-ray editions of these films. But Penitentiary 1 and 2 are on here. Super stoked about that one. Next up is the Cheerleaders, and so you get a kind of the blaxploitation, like action boxing one, prison thing put in there too, and the Cheerleaders comes with a second film actually, Revenge of the Cheerleaders, and again we got the booklet in here as well. This one here has the basically the booklet and just some TV and radio spots, but honestly, guys, it's a 2-disc set. Like Isn't that awesome when you the fact that they're like doing like putting it that stuff. So there already there's 4 of the movies. So you know the next 2 are gonna be like regular editions, but really cool editions. We have the Christopher Walken, Marito Conchita Alonso film, McBain. So a cool action film. So now we're getting into this one is like interviews with the director. Of course, we always got the booklet in here as well. So an action movie. So you know, and last but definitely not least, we also have Maniac Cop. And isn't that an amazing cover? Doesn't that look awesome? This one here has an interview with Tom Atkins, and again, behind this here little deep red one is the collector's book. So again, such a great thing. So a horror film. So you got your sexploitation, you got your horror, you got your blaxploitation action, and you got your you got your horror, your drama, your action stuff. So it's a really good one. If you haven't checked it out, it's really worth checking out. I mean, it's on their DVDs. You know, it's not Blu-ray. Some people just get stuck and having to have Blu-ray. Not me. I want a good movie, and those are like some really good movies. And even if you got Maniac Cop already, like, do you have McBain? Do you have the cheerleader movies? Do you have the penitentiary films? Well, maybe you got them all. But if you don't, even if you do, it's a really great way to have them and get those 4 collector booklets and some great features. So there's amazing stuff on that. Just incredible stuff. Next up, we're going to look at the slip cover editions that I got from Arrow. I've only got a few. Like there's a few of them out there. Most of these are now out of print because they were when they started to do the clear cases. They stopped doing these. These became highly sought after, so people started like buying them up. There are still some available. I got Red Scorpion, and there's the just so you can see, guys. There's the 4 different covers, and yes, there's a poster inside. So that's what they did originally for the stuff here. There's like a poster. We got an exclusive concert by Joseph Zito. So yeah, this is by Joseph Zito. So if that name kind of rings sort of a bell to you, that's basically because he did The Prowler, and he did, of course, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. By many to be considered the best Friday the 13th film, right? You know, and the next best is usually considered to be The New Blood or Jason Lives, somewhere around there. But again, it's a kind of cool action film. Dolph Lundgren. If you haven't checked it out, it's a fun little film. I like it. Next up is The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. And again, there are the 4 covers. The cover that I usually have on here, and I'm surprised that I don't, is this one. But I guess every once in a while I just switch it up. Again, some great features. As you can tell, there's like the poster. So many cool stuff, like the booklet. Let's see, I gotta look at that. I don't remember if I got the poster in that one or not. Did I get the poster? I got the poster, so I'll take it out, show you guys the poster. You know what, guys? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never looked in here at the poster. Although I've watched the movie, I've read the booklet. I don't think I've ever seen the poster. So we are actually looking at this together for the very first time. I had no idea there's a poster in there. I'm sure I took the booklet, but I didn't even notice it. So that's not me being the brightest there. So, but hey, this is what these videos are for, to discover and explore things. And here we go. So we have Bird Crystal Plumage, and we have the Italian cover there. Wow, I honestly didn't know. So I am going to go back and look at Red Scorpion, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't remember that there was a booklet I knew there was a booklet, but I don't remember being a poster in my Red Scorpion. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't, but I didn't see it. So there's a Blu-ray and DVD catalog. There's a poster. Okay. I kid you not. I didn't know there were posters in Bird with the Crystal Plumage or Red Scorpion. I didn't notice it. I guess I didn't look on the back closely enough, or I just didn't notice it. I'm pretty sure that Wow. I don't think I knew that with Red Scorpion. I mean, I know I had no clue that Bird Crystal Plumage had a poster. I'm not sure if any of these other ones have posters or not, but still, yay! So when they did the early stuff like this, they were including things like posters on there. And as you can see, this is the original, like the new cover art that they put on there. And I just go back and forth on some of these because they're so fun to just switch them out every once in a while, so you can actually kind of have different ones. If I swear, if there's a poster in this one that I didn't know about, I must have known about the poster for this one. Phenomena. Yeah, it's just a fantastic D'Argento film. You can see there's the again, guys. That's the 4 covers. I won't take the poster of this, but here you can see. Yeah, I will, because you know what? The posters are really fun. This is what I want you guys to see, and what I want you guys to experience is that collecting this stuff is really fun. Arrow makes it really fun to be a movie collector, and I'll show you the different artwork. First, this one's kind of cool actually. This is the new art, and this is like the Creepers, because it was called Creepers in North America. Artwork as well. It's kind of there's a bit of a spoiler in that one there, but just an incredible film. And I think I'm gonna put this one on here. What do you think, guys? Pretty cool, huh? And it's neat. So if you, whenever you can find these here, I do recommend I do recommend them, because you know there's 4 different artworks you can work with. Just some really cool stuff. Next up is, oh, and this one is packed. This one's loaded. I will let you guys see this one. This one I did know there's a poster with, because this was one of the very first. The artist here is Rick Milton, and Inferno. This is a great Argento film. Bava actually worked on that. So we get I'll show you guys the art there. But what's really, really cool about this, so I'm going to open this one up. You can see the classic one and the new one. So you got of course, like all the rest of them, you got Blu-ray and DVD. You have the booklet. You have the poster and the other alternate artwork on the other side, which is actually pretty freaking amazing. But they went one farther with this one. They just went down to the dead as well. And I'm not sure if they did with Day of the Dead, but I think they might have. They have art cards. They have like lobby cards, I think. So I'll show them to you. They all have like this on the back, where you can see other ones where they did kind of like that with. Of course, the last one is Lee McCloskey, who's kind of the star of the film. He was famous for playing Mitch Cooper in the movie, TV series Dallas. And of course, he usually played like bad, like kind of like geeky, preppy guys in films and that too. This is my favorite art for this. I've always kept it on here. Next up is the one that I do recommend to a lot of people, and I really dig it, and that is Vamp. I keep changing artwork on this one too. This is, of course, is the Arrow art. I do kind of like it. It's Grace Jones, and as always, there's a poster. So they did this with so many of the early releases. I'll just pick up the poster and show you guys, because you guys deserve it. If you're sticking with me for all this, you guys really do deserve it. And I hope that you can find some of these releases here yourselves, and because they are so good. And I hope that many of you already have a lot of these. Chris Makepeace was a famous Canadian actor, especially for a movie called My Bodyguard. that became popular, not just here in Canada, but actually overseas as well. Now, this movie here had a was it Robert Rustler in this one? I know D.D. Pfeiffer is. Yeah, Robert Rustler. If that name kind of rings a bell to you, that's because you probably watched Freddy's Revenge, and he's the best friend in that as well. So he's the best friend this one. He does a great job. Next up is one that's given to me by a good friend of mine, and that movie is House by the Cemetery. Dr. Freudenstein. Oh, it is such a cool film. And yes, I will definitely take it out and show you a little bit more of it. This is the last one of these, so if you're not digging the whole showing the poster thing, this is the last one to do it on. So again, this is Fulci at his. Well, for me, it's Fulci at one of his best. I really dig this one. I love the way they kind of make it look like The Shining in this poster here. You get that like kind of Jack Nicholson Shining vibe? I do. And of course on here, with that, some more of a spoilery type poster. I usually kind of switch these up a bit every once in a while. So let's say we go with this one now for a bit. What do you think, guys? Too much white? Maybe let's try the other way. We'll go with it. So these are the only 6 that I have of the this here. So I am very proud to have like those 6. They weren't easy finds. The Arrow was not, as I guess, the big company as they are right now. We're going over to Canada and to the United States. That was what they did. They actually stopped doing the limited editions, like, well, not limited edition, but I guess kind of because they're not around anymore. They stopped doing these here slip covers with the posters and that, so that they could actually put us out like bigger editions with the regular white cases. They wanted to make sure they could actually put more effort into a lot of their films, and I commend them for that. They actually just, it wasn't just aesthetics anymore. It was actually making sure they got out the best possible quality they can on their films. Speaking of that, they brought out My Darling Clementine. More of a classic Western. This is John Ford. What's really cool about this is it's got 2 movies. Not only does it have the John Ford one, and a documentary on John Ford, by the way, in Utah Monument Valley and all that. It's got a master class where they break down, kind of like devoted to My Darling Clementine. But there's a second film here. What's the name of that film? Frontier Marshal, I think it's called. Yeah, so I love the case here. You can see, it's just the same thing there, but love it. Great features on this. Also, another special limited edition release was Blood Rage. Really, really like this. The slip here in the case is, totally different, which is really cool when that happens. I always love that. Great. Thanksgiving, and it's not cranberry sauce. Love that line. This is such a good movie. I really, really did dig this film. I watched it. I watched the features on here as well. Ted Raimi does like a split-second scene at the beginning. Seriously, if you don't have this one, I really recommend it. It has both versions of the film on here. We got Blood Rage, and there's a 3-disc edition. We also have the, what's it called? Nightmare at Shadow Woods. Yeah, so we have like a second. What it is, it's a re-edited cut, like a different cut of the film. And I gotta say, I really did dig that. So there's 3 versions, yeah, because we got Blood Rage, the original home video version, Nightmare at Shadow Woods, the theatrical recut, and an alternate composite cut combining footage from both versions of the film. So there are 3 cuts of the film on here. Next up is Contamination. Now, we'll be honest, the Contamination when it originally came, there was like a slipcover, and that was kind of like the only special that this one came with originally, was a slipcover. But here's the thing. I didn't have the slipcover. No, not at all. Actually, a good friend of mine sent me the slipcover uh, for Contamination. So now I have the actual slipcover edition. So I'm actually getting all the slipcover editions. I also got, and I do recommend this one strongly. Sad thing about this one is that the characters are actually so likable that I did want to see them get killed, and that made it hard when the characters got killed, and that was in the Mutilator. Uh, by sword, by pick, by axe, bye bye. Love this film. Love this edition. Watch this with my son, as I do with many of these here kind of horror films, and we really, really dug it. And watch some features afterwards. This was the most expensive one I had to buy because it was a print when I got it. Criterion put an edition, but it's a far inferior edition in my opinion. This one here is the director's Michael Mann documentary. But what makes this one even cooler is that we have both cuts to the film. There's like the original theatrical cut is on here, as well as the director's cut of the film. So no matter which version you prefer, you get it, and that is with the movie Thief. James Caan. I really did like this movie. It's a Michael Mann film. I really enjoyed it. I think Logan was not a huge fan of it, but I did find it one of those films that really kind of sticks with you. And as I mentioned before, I talked about Deep Red. I said that I gave my older edition, that was an expensive edition, actually to my son Matthew, and I said, keep that one along with the Nightbreed I got you, and those are like cornerstones for your collection. And he was a huge fan of Argento, and Deep Red was one of his favorites. I think Tenebrae is his favorite. And I got the Deep Red one. So, of course, this is a limited edition. I think it's out of print now. But if not, it's very cool. So you got the original version of it, got the export version, the limited edition exclusive for that, and it also has the soundtrack in here as well. So I'll just show you. So it comes with that. Of course, there's a poster here, and I'm not sure if there's cards or something, but yeah, the cards. So there's cards on the inside. So you got the original version of the film on Blu-ray. You've got the export version on Blu-ray, and right there you got the soundtrack. So I moved it over to the original kind of creepy cover there. Hope you guys are enjoying these here. If you want me to do more collection videos, I do like doing collection videos, and getting to talk about stuff that I like. I've talked about my Arrow stuff, and I've done like previous collection videos. But as I get new stuff, I like to update it, and that's what I wanted to do right now. Tonight was kind of update it and just refresh my channel with people that are been here for a long time kind of see the stuff and that have been asking for it, and for people that may have just came in or came in recently, just see some stuff that I'm interested in, some stuff that I like. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. This for me is the Ultimate Edition. Some people like. There's the Scream Factory edition as well. Another great edition. I would probably get that down the road too. I have the MGM gruesome edition of this as well on DVD. This is a really incredible edition. We got a bunch of features on here, the documentaries, all the stuff from the gruesome edition is on here. Plus, Tobe Hooper's early works are on here as well. The film, like the short film Heisters. We got Eggshells on here, which is a 90-minute film, and there's a 100-page booklet on here, as well. I don't call them booklet once at 100 pages. Next up is another one that was a hard find for me. It was out of print now. You can still buy these separately though, so don't worry. You can get both these films from Arrow. You just wouldn't have like the book that goes along with it, but you'd have all like the original content. So, and I do recommend them. They're the complete Dr. Fives. Love means never having to say you're ugly. That has some cool stuff. The booklet I think is really the only different thing from the other releases. So. And they do have these released separately on their own as well. They do that. That was good that way. Is that they'll release kind of some with like a booklet or a soundtrack or a poster or some other things with it, and then or a second disc and then they'll release them on their own as well. But the five ones were pretty much, aside from the booklet, it's pretty much the same releases. Next up is one that's given to me, and I'm very excited about this one. I just got to watch this one. I really want to, actually. Stray Cat Rocks That. So there are like 5 films in there. Delinquent Girl Boss, Weird Jumbo, Sex Hunter, Machine, Animal, and Beat 71. I dig these type of films. These are the type that, this speaks to me. These are ones that I really dig. I like these films. I love the way that Arrow puts out such a wide variety of films. Next up is one that I'm probably not going to watch a lot. And I'm probably only going to watch it once, so I'll probably watch the features more than I'll watch the actual film itself. But my better half got this one for me. It's a surprise. And it's embossed, and it is Necromantic 2. I do not recommend this for everybody. It is a film that can be very disturbing to many people, and the subject matter is not something that is there for everybody. It does deal, like Strang, this is a movie that is where the main character is a necrophiliac. So that's a pretty heavy topic, and it can be seen as offensive to some people. So if you're really into this, like the harder stuff, and you like these kind of like these indie with kind of the gore, and don't mind with the shocking stuff, then by all means, like, get up, but do your research with this stuff first before you buy it. Because I don't want to steer you the wrong way, and I don't want anybody to be offended by any of the stuff that I show here, or like I think I'm not the hardcore gore hound that a lot of people are. When I was younger, I was, but just it was such a beautiful edition of this film, and the soundtrack's actually pretty good. So I wanted to have that. There's a soundtrack actually is included. The score is on here. There's a booklet, 100-page book, really. Next up is one I can wholeheartedly say that I love, and it is Society. What's really cool about this one, and they started doing this with some of the releases that made me really excited when they started doing this. See this book here? This is not like the average booklet that you're going to see. Society Party Animal. So this is not even like the book. This is the full Society comic. See, this is set 10 years after the film, because the film has kind of it's got an ending, but it does still leave you kind of open-ended. Society is a fantastic film. I cannot recommend this one heavily enough. Brian Yuzna does a great job. It's a quirky film. It's a weird film. It's a unique film. But I think in a way, it's an important film. And I really do enjoy this film. This was a great addition. This is I saw actually somebody online had this as a tattoo. I don't think I'd go that far, but pretty cool. Next up is one I was extremely excited to get. Bride of Reanimator. As you guys know, I've mentioned Jeffrey Combs in the last video, and that I got to meet him, and I was excited about it. This one here also, I just showed you on Society. So we got another one of these, and this one's the black and white with the color covers. It's the kind of a prequel to Reanimator called Dawn of the Reanimator. Live, Professor Gruber, live. They're in your prequel to the original movie. The whole thing is here. It was a miniseries, and the complete miniseries is in here. That's incredible. I'll think about that for a second. You're not just getting the movie, you're not just getting a bunch of special features, but with Society and with Bride Reanimator, you're actually getting the comic books that came to actually. It's really heightens the experience of the film, because you're getting the film, you're not losing out on any of the films, but you're gaining so much when you're getting all this other stuff to go with it, and it's some pretty amazing stuff when you think about it. What else can you have that it's going to highlight it like that well? What other company is going to put together that solid a package? Well, I like Scream Factory, but 2 slipcovers just isn't an exciting thing for me. Uh, this is one I was so excited about. I talked about this on my channel for ages. When it was announced, I did an announcement video for it. I did videos leading up to it. And it's a beautiful package. It's really, really beautiful. It's the Hellraiser, the Scarlet Box, with 1, 2, and 3. So, Hellraiser, Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. So I'll open it up. This one here opens kind of like, I won't be able to do this, guys. I apologize. Like it comes right off, and it's really worth showing you this. So this is the first one. It's Hellraiser Blu-ray, and they each have like the documentaries on them. See, there's a documentary called Leviathan. It's a very good documentary, but I'm not going to lie to you. The documentary, the full one, was the editing was on. Well, like it needed some edit. The guys did a great job. It was a labor of love, but it desperately needed to be edited. They took the documentary Leviathan, and which is talking about Hellraiser 1, Hellraiser 2, and he edited it into like feature-length documentaries for both of these here. This is a and put them on each disc as special features, and it really works. Hellraiser, Hellbound, Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Get ready for that. Got Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Clive Barker Legacy. There's some really cool features in that one. Very cool stuff, actually. I think I looked at that one even before I looked at the other ones. So here you're going to see there's a bunch of like art cards. I won't take them all out now, but there's just an incredible amount of art cards there. And here is like one of the pieces of resistance. It's a hardcover, it's a hardbound book, and there's just so much greatness in this book. It's like a 200-page book. I'll let you know what the contents are. We got Surgeons of God, Steps on the Path, on the Forbidden Path, Hellraiser, Hellraiser Press Kit, Hellraiser Faustus Endures, Hellbound Hellraiser 2 Press Kit, Hellbound Another Underworld, Hellraiser 3 Press Kit, Hell on Earth, Pinhead and Bound, Pinhead is Studying Scarlet, and Acknowledgement. So there's like some incredible stuff here. Some stuff I can't show on here because I don't know, it's kind of some disturbing stuff. You see like break down certain scenes. Just it's amazing that they actually put this together. And even like the end, the bottom of the box. Not sure if you can see there or not. Hopefully you can. When you see a company that puts this much effort and this much work into the stuff that they're doing, you got to give kudos. You got to give credit. Look at that. Where credit is due. This is an amazing set. If you did miss out on the set, what would be missing is the book and that extra Clive Barker Legacy disc. What you can still get, if you're a big fan of Hellraiser, they did put out another set with Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3. Each one comes in a fantastic case like this. And I was actually tempted to re-get that set just to have those in the original Emery cases as well. I know it's kind of silly when you got the deluxe edition, but it's a really cool way to do that. Next up is the American Horror Project Volume 1. I'm eagerly waiting to see what the second volume will be. This has some kind of weird, quirky films that I gotta admit wouldn't be for everybody. There's a slower burn on them. These are like kind of like 70s-ish films, so you're gonna get that. But I really did dig these films. Great features, great book on there. Ugh, getting a little tired, guys. Apologize for that. Premonition, Witch Who Came from the Sea, and what's it called? What's it called? Malatesta? Yeah, Malatista's Carnival of Blood. So I do recommend these here as well. The more people buys these, the more that we're going to get. And we get more volumes with American Horror Project and maybe with Canadian Horror Project is what I really want to see. Next up is one I'm very proud of that I own, and I'll see this one. This is the Bob Hoskins set, The Long Good Friday and Mona Lisa. Both done by, of course, by okay, is it Handmade? What's it called again? Handmade Films, yeah. By, which is of course a company owned at the time by George Harrison. So we got the Long Good Friday here. We have it on both Blu-ray and DVD. Time Bandits, of course, was another handmade film, as was With No Eye, which came in various editions. Next up is the Long Good Friday. What's that? This one? Well, we got all the special features, guys. So Apaches, which was like a unique type of film that he did, and there's limited edition extras. They're all on here. So on both on Blu-ray and DVD. Here's the thing: if you don't have, for some of these heirloom from the Blu-ray DVDs, if you do not yet have a region-free Blu-ray player, most DVD players are region-free, and you can get that and get like the region-free players there as well. You also have Mona Lisa, again, another fantastic Hoskins film on both Blu-ray and DVD. And next up is the book. So again, another hardbound book. Some incredible stuff. Late great Bob Hoskins in there. I was going to say David Hoskins, you know that? I was just like, yes, David Hoskins, I remember him well. The next one up is The Beast. They put a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I had no idea just how much of a beast it was until I actually held it in my hands. It was a birthday present, and it's a saga and it's a classic. And I was like, not when it came out, I was like, yeah, I don't want that. It's not horror, it's not arrow, but I was so wrong. That's such great stuff, and that is the Battles Without Honor and Humanity. So we got Battles Without Honor and Humanity. It's the first one. Then there was Hiroshima Deathmatch. This is a Yakuza classic. Basically, it's a series of Yakuza films, but it gives a sprawling epic. Kind of think of it like The Godfather, the Yakuza Godfather. Proxy War, Police Tactics. These are all done by the same guy. I think the last one used a different director, which was the final episode. And actually, they even did like they kind of like edited it all together as like one big saga, and put it on on TV actually. And it was on, I think it might have been shown in theaters for like a short period of time. And that's the complete saga. Basically, it's truncated, because these are like epic films themselves. And of course, we also have the, as you're saying, there's becoming like a staple with the big stuff. Is this hardcover book, and it's got great stuff. I mean, we got like some fantastic pictures in here, amazing articles. Just a really great read, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this is an amazing read. It goes through like the radioactive Yakuza mutants in Japan, But Sagawara, Modern Yakuza, Yakuza Primer. So just a lot of incredible stuff. There are so many great articles in here that you can check out. And just, it blows me away that these films get such love and such wonderful additions. We're almost down to the end of it now, guys. So if you stuck with me this long, I really, really appreciate it. So, just so you know, it's probably not going to be like any, for these ones here, there's no, as I said, the last one didn't have a tag at the end of it, it's just a continued thing. So, first up is the amazing Vincent Price 6 Gothic Tales. If you were lucky enough to get this one, kudos, because this is one that took me a while to get. We got some great movies here. Fall of the House of Usher, The Pit and the Pendulum, Tales of Terror, The Raven, Haunted Palace, and Tombs of Ligeia. And what's also cool is that this was the one that started that thing that we saw in some of the other ones. I'll show you those movies in a second. But this time I'm going to show the book first. In another hardcover booklet, we actually have some great stuff in here, like House is the Monster, Haunted Palace. We just stuff on every one of the films. But we have this as well. And this is what I got to show you. So, let's look. Tales of Terror. So yeah, the original Dell comic books for many of these stories are actually in here. And that's amazing. Like, that was the first time that was like taking two things that I love, comics and Edgar Allan Poe and Vincent, well, three things from Vincent Price, and put them all together in like this one amazing box set. So each of these has some great features. But if you want to like check the features, you can. I can't do this right now. It's kind of late, but check them out online. Yeah, Fall House of Usher. All these, well, that's Pit Pendulum. Fall House of Usher was there before. All these have like alternate artwork and covers and just amazing stuff. Of course, no booklets because there's a huge 200-page book in there. It's The Raven, The Haunted Palace. Got some like really interesting like featurettes on there. Kim Newman and H.P. Lovecraft's on that one actually. And Tomb of Ligeia. So just some really incredible stuff. There's one here. I haven't watched this yet. I gotta watch this. The Two Faces of Peter Lorre, a career-spanning portrait from Lorre's early days in the theater to his untimely death. I really haven't checked that out yet. I've been meaning to, and I really have to. Many people consider this to be one of the premium box sets that Arrow ever put out, and I have to agree. How did Arrow start with these sets? Well, there was one they did. One of my son's favorite films, and he has this one as well, not this edition. He has like the Anchor Bay edition, I think. But I grabbed the limited edition. I think it's still available. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. The Survival Program, Battle Royale. And if you wanted to see the love that they put on into this, like even early on, you could kind of see where Arrow was going with their stuff. So this here is the theatrical cut of the film. So you open up and you have the theatrical cut of Battle Royale. Then we have here the director's cut. Next up we have the special features. It's beautiful artwork kind of stuff. And now we have this. What is this? Well, there's concept art in here and artwork. Pick it up. Seriously, guys. It's really cool. And essays and commentary. So there's like a bunch of different essays in here on the film. I'm amazed when people say they haven't picked this one up yet. And last but not least, we have this. And what is this? Well, there's the classic Arrow poster. Let's get ready and I'll show you some of these. The lobby cards. Gotta like revisit this movie soon. Such a classic film. It's a great film. This is the there's 10,000 of these done. This is number 4,494. And last but not least, something that'll become like a staple in Arrow. This is Parents' Day. This is a prequel comic book to the series, to the movie. And it has some great painted art in here. So, I gotta say, you can't ask for much more when you're doing, like when you're putting a film set together than something like that. That is just incredible. Next up is, well, the last one I picked up, which was Killer Dames. Watched both of these films, had a blast, loved it, loved all the special features. Put them upside down apparently. So there is the Red Queen kills 7 times, of course, with a very young Sybil Danning in that one. And there is The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. I love both these films. The Red Queen kills 7 times, probably just a tiny bit more than Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. But both were fantastic films. And they just had such unique aspects with them. Of course, the book, 100-page book is in here as well. Of course, you know me, I love the Giallo, so I had to grab also, when it came out, Death Walks Twice. Very different Giallos, but although these are by Lucio Ercoli, while the other ones by Emilio P. Marigali. This is the Death Walks at Midnight and Death Walks in High Heels. Again, 2 very cool films. Make sure I'm going to put them upside down. So there's the first, Death Walks at Midnight, with a unique weapon. And there's, of course, they both share the same girl, actually. Death Walks in High Heels. And she actually plays a very cool progressive character, actually, especially for a Giallo type film. I also have, Giallo-wise, I got the Black Cat collection, which has your room is locked, your vice is a locked door room and only I have the key. And, yep, from Sergio Martino, and it has Lucio Fulci's, yep, the Black Cat. Out of the 2, they're both good films, but your Vice's Locked Room and Only Have the Key is the superior film, in my opinion. This one's okay. It's not Fulci's best work. It's good, not great, but your Vice's Locked Room and Only Have the Key is just superior Martino work. Martino's just an amazing director that is very highly underrated. He's with so much stuff he's put out. Another hard find for me, and an expensive one too, was Videodrome. They have since put out Videodrome on its own, as well as the special edition on here, the Lost Cronenberg Classic. So I'll just show you what this looks like. So you can see we got Videodrome on Blu-ray and DVD. Here's the Lost Classics, Transfer, Stereo, From the Drain, and Crimes of the Future. All four of the early works are on here. Again, all on Blu-ray and DVD. There's a ton of features on both of these films, and there's a great Long Live the New Flesh book on here as well. Some very twisted art, great stuff. I'm not sure, yikes, because this film was highly sexualized, like in some aspects, but very disturbing. They want to make sure that we don't see anything like that on there. But it talks about some of the other stuff as well. Talks about the other films like Stereo, done in 1969. Crimes of the Future was also 1969. List who's in it. Just Transfer, just some amazing stuff. So very young, beautiful Deborah Harry. So I know there's like another edition, a Videodrome, and it's an amazing edition put out by Criterion. Looks beautiful, looks fantastic. If you're a really big fan of Videodrome, let's be honest, you're gonna have both, because each one has some amazing stuff. You're gonna get the early works of Cronenberg, you're gonna get this big book, which you're gonna want, and you're gonna get the Videodrome on Blu-ray and DVD. There's the thing: if you're a Cronenberg diehard fan, there's no wondering if you're going to get it. You're going to get it. It's going to be something that you're going to want. Speaking of being a diehard fan, especially films and from handmade films, I was a big fan of this movie and the movie that comes with it. Actually, both these movies were really exciting for me, and I was completely taken aback that my better half was able to find it, especially in this edition. And that is Withnail and I. I love these films. I truly, truly love these films. So this is done special. This is not just like, we actually have a book. This is a real book. So you open it up, you get all kinds of pictures, behind the scenes, you got all kinds of writing in here. So as you can see, this is an actual book. Like, it is like a 200 page books. There we go, 200 pages. And after the book's over, after reading the 200 page books, what do you get? So you have the Blu-ray of Withnail and I, a bunch of features. You have the DVD of Withnail and I. You have the Blu-ray of the second feature that he did, How to Get Ahead in Advertising, which is a hilarious and really cool film. You have the DVD also of How to Get Ahead in Advertising. So this is a complete book, which is amazing in and of itself. Just some fantastic art there. Amazing art. And there's a documentary on this artist actually that I really got to check it out. And with that, my fellow friends and watchers, that is every Arrow release that I own up to this time. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed bringing this to you, and hope to bring you more collection overviews and some reviews of some of these films here. So just I hope you guys enjoyed it and had some fun. I did. Have a great night, guys. My voice is literally going. I've been doing this one here. This is like another 60-minute video, but I thought it was important to get this out on tonight. Thank you so much for watching, guys. For me right now, I am going to go and enjoy some nice warm liquid. And we all know what that liquid is. It is time for tea. Night, guys. Hey there, thanks for watching, and I just wanted to give a short little thing at the end of it to just thank everybody that watched, and anybody that likes or shares or new subscribers to the channel that have seen this video. I'm a huge Arrow fan. Just they put out such incredible stuff, and you guys It's awesome. I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing a couple more collection videos coming up. Probably my Scream Factory collection, my Twilight Time. It's a small collection, and probably stuff like my Anchor Bay DVD collection as well as my MGM. I got an MGM collection as well. So, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Yeah, it's that time. It's time for tea.